Welcome to Dr. Carminati's YouTube channel. I'm thrilled to have you join us today, especially as we dive into a topic that's making waves in the world of artificial intelligence. Multi-turn jailbreak attacks, precisely the new technique known as Crescendo. Whether you're familiar with AI or just getting started, today's video will give you a comprehensive understanding of what Crescendo is, how it works, and why it's essential for anyone interested in AI, cybersecurity, or digital ethics. The subject we're exploring today might sound a bit technical, but don't worry. I'm here to make it accessible for everyone. I encourage you to stay with me until the end, as this video could change how you think about AI models and safety measures. If you find value in what you hear, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love engaging with our community here, and your feedback is critical. Part 1. Setting the scene. What are jailbreak attacks? To understand Crescendo, we need to start by looking at what jailbreak attacks are. Jailbreak attacks are methods that users employ to get AI models, like GPT-4, Gemini, or other large language models, to break the rules set by their developers. Imagine AI as a well-behaved assistant that follows guidelines for safe and ethical behavior. Jailbreaking is essentially tricking that assistant into doing something it isn't supposed to do, like providing sensitive information, generating harmful content, or violating ethical boundaries. In typical jailbreak attacks, users often find ways to manipulate prompts, ask questions, or issue commands in a way that confuses the AI into producing inappropriate or restricted responses. These attacks are dangerous because they exploit the gray areas in language, those subtle nuances and ambiguities that language models are still learning to navigate. Part 2. Introducing Crescendo. The multi-turn approach. Crescendo is an advanced form of jailbreak attack, and it's unique because of its multi-turn nature. Unlike the typical one-off manipulations, Crescendo works gradually, building up over multiple interactions or prompts. Think of it as slowly turning up the heat on a pot of water. The AI doesn't immediately realize that it's being led into dangerous territory. Each prompt on its own might look harmless, but together they create a progressive path towards unsafe outputs. Let's say you're interacting with a language model. In the Crescendo approach, your first question or statement might be straightforward, something that seems to have no risk at all. Over time, however, your inputs become slightly more complex, and the AI's responses become incrementally less restricted. This gradual escalation makes it incredibly difficult for AI safety systems to detect when things are going wrong. The creators of Crescendo demonstrated that even the most sophisticated AI models, like GPT-4 and Gemini, are vulnerable to this type of attack. These models, despite having safety measures in place, could still be led step by step into generating content they were explicitly programmed to avoid. This reveals a significant gap in current AI safety protocols, one that's concerning given the rising use of AI in sensitive areas like healthcare, education, and governance. Part 3. Crescendomation. The automation of Crescendo. Now let's talk about Crescendomation, a tool designed to automate this multi-turn jailbreak process. Crescendomation takes the manual effort out of crafting a series of prompts that lead an AI down the wrong path. This automation is significant because it makes sophisticated attacks more accessible to people who don't necessarily have deep technical knowledge. Imagine if anyone without advanced skills could run an automated script to compromise the behavior of AI. That's a troubling prospect, one that shows just how vulnerable these systems can be. Crescendomation works by creating and optimizing sequences of prompts that are more effective at bypassing the AI's defenses. These sequences are tested iteratively to find the ones that most consistently achieve the goal of breaking model restrictions. This automation highlights a core weakness in our current AI safety practices: the reliance on static or one-time safety filters that can be bypassed through dynamic and adaptive attacks. Part 4. Implications for AI safety. You might be wondering, why does this matter to me? Well, Crescendo and tools like Crescendomation highlight a critical aspect of AI: its safety and reliability. Imagine an AI used in a customer service role being manipulated to disclose personal information, or an educational AI tutor being tricked into giving out harmful misinformation. The implications of these vulnerabilities are far-reaching. For developers, Crescendo is a wake-up call. AI safety mechanisms need to evolve beyond basic filter systems that monitor single prompts for harmful content. Instead, we need solutions capable of understanding context over time. Systems that can recognize when a conversation is heading in a dangerous direction and intervene appropriately. For everyday users, Crescendo is a reminder of how powerful and potentially dangerous AI can be if misused. It calls for more awareness about the prompts we issue, the systems we use, and the ways in which these systems are protected. It also suggests a need for transparency from AI companies. Users need to understand how these tools are safeguarded against manipulations and what measures are being taken to ensure they remain trustworthy. Part 4.1. Impact on cybersecurity, healthcare, and military use cases. The implications of Crescendo extend deeply into critical sectors like cybersecurity, healthcare, and the military. Let's start with cybersecurity. In the cyber domain, AI-driven security systems are often used to detect threats, manage network security, and respond to incidents. If these systems are manipulated through a multi-turn jailbreak like Crescendo, the consequences could be disastrous. Think of an AI-driven firewall being tricked into ignoring specific threats, or an intrusion detection system being led into misclassifying a critical threat as benign. This would leave systems vulnerable to cyber attacks and data breaches, compromising not only sensitive data, but also the trust of users and organizations in these technologies. In healthcare, the stakes are even higher. AI models are increasingly used to assist with diagnosis, recommend treatment options, and even manage patient data. Imagine a Crescendo-type attack targeting an AI model used in a hospital setting, prompting it to suggest incorrect dosages or inappropriate treatment protocols. Such manipulations could lead to severe patient harm, putting lives at risk. The healthcare sector relies heavily on trust and accuracy, and any vulnerability that jeopardizes these foundational aspects can have dire human consequences. The military is another area where the impact of Crescendo could be catastrophic. AI systems are being integrated into strategic decision-making, drone operations, and even autonomous weapons. If a Crescendo-like attack were to manipulate an AI system in a military context, it could lead to unintended or unethical actions, such as targeting the wrong coordinates or providing misleading strategic information. The repercussions of such attacks could escalate to international conflicts or severe unintended casualties, making it crucial for military AI systems to be hardened against these types of manipulative tactics. The presence of Crescendo-type vulnerabilities in these critical sectors underscores the need for robust, multi-layered defenses. It also highlights the importance of building AI that can understand context, adapt to changing inputs, and maintain a high level of resilience against manipulation, particularly in high-stakes environments where errors can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Part 5. Ethical considerations. The ethical dimension of Crescendo is another crucial point of discussion. Ethical AI development is about creating systems that do more good than harm. When models can be so easily manipulated, as Crescendo shows, it raises ethical concerns not just for the developers of these AI models, but also for the broader tech community and policymakers. How do we regulate AI that can be tricked into doing something harmful, even with all the safety measures in place? Should there be stricter policies governing AI training data, or perhaps more rigorous testing environments to catch these vulnerabilities before public deployment? These are challenging questions, but Crescendo forces us to think about them more seriously. And it isn't just a technical problem, it's a societal one. Part 6. Moving forward. Improving safety measures. So, where do we go from here? Addressing Crescendo-type vulnerabilities will require a multifaceted approach. One part of the solution is better training, developing AI that understands context deeply and can detect when a conversation is turning risky. Another part is real-time monitoring, which looks at the entire conversation rather than isolated prompts. We also need user education. Everyone interacting with AI should have a basic understanding of what these models can and cannot do, as well as how to use them responsibly. Developers could include interactive tutorials or safety warnings that make it harder for people to accidentally or deliberately engage in harmful prompting. Additionally, we need policies that demand higher transparency from AI companies about the limitations of their models and the steps being taken to protect users. In the long term, we might even see a shift towards creating models that are inherently more robust against manipulation. Not just because they're well-trained, but because their architecture includes ethical guardrails from the ground up. Crescendo is more than just a new technique for attacking AI models. It's a stark reminder of how complex and challenging AI safety can be. As AI continues to expand into more aspects of our lives, understanding these vulnerabilities becomes essential for anyone who uses or develops these systems. We're all part of the AI journey, and it's up to us to push for safer, more reliable, and ethically responsible technology. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We cover a wide range of topics here, from AI and cybersecurity to deep dives into ethical questions facing technology today. Most importantly, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Crescendo? Do you think AI companies are doing enough to keep these systems safe? Leave a comment below and let's get the conversation started. Until next time, take care and stay informed.